Well, hi there. This is, yeah, wait a minute, yeah. Yeah, I got it. This is a little different look for me. It's probably a little different look for you as well. I'm out on my balcony, and I'm filming on my GoPro, and it's raining out here. It's raining hard. That sound that you can hear in the background, that's cars going by on the street, but it's been raining all day. And I have my Hard t-shirt on. We were out doing the Harrisburg Flea Market this morning, and it rained. It's been raining all day. We had a couple of periods there where it didn't rain. So I decided I was going to do this. I was going to come out and film in a little different environment. I don't think there's going to be too many distractions, but this is a bit of fun. And it's nice out here, so I will just sit back and relax in my easy chair. And you get to see me in high definition video. So, how you been liking the novel excerpts of late? Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I didn't do any writing last night. I was out with friends last night. And since I've been busy doing the flea market this morning, I haven't done any writing, so I will write today. And it's going to be the last scene in chapter 17. Annie and Carrie will be going up to the 3rd floor. They're going to find out about what events of the day are going to occur for Carrie, who really likes her new pajamas. Yeah, she actually does. It's been interesting writing about what's happening to her right now, simply because I can remember some of the things I went through when I was getting used to doing things like, okay, here's how you wear your panties, here's how you wear your night clothes. I have worn leggings to bed. I've worn, tank tops to bed and stuff like that. I actually have worn camis to bed as well. And I remember when I first started doing that, how different it felt. It was really an unusual experience, especially for someone who had never worn stuff like that for the longest time. In fact, for probably 20 years or so, I actually wore sleep pajamas, like lounging pants, and a sleep t-shirt, sort of like what Carrie wears. He doesn't actually wear pajamas. And then I switched over. Nowadays I wear like a kind of women's pajamas. Well, this is a nice thing about having a GoPro. Let me get this set up again. Whoops. Sorry about that. That's one of the things that happens with a GoPro is the thing I'm using to keep it locked on the wall here kind of gave way. But GoPros are pretty indestructible, so sorry about that. But nowadays, the women's pajamas I wear, it's sort of like a tank top with capri pants, so, go figure. And you've seen pictures of me in them before too, so it's quite comfortable. And Carrie's finding them quite comfortable as well. So, we'll see how she adapts to that. She's gonna sleep pretty well. And Coraline will make certain that they sleep well. It is kind of interesting to write this stuff because I'm having to actually go back over my own memories of when I began transitioning and when I had to go through these things, I didn't have an Annie to help me. You know, it was basically like trial and error. I can't tell you how many pairs of pajamas I went through. Actually, I can. I went through about 6 pairs of pajamas before I found a pair that actually fit me well, so that I could get an idea of, you know, what sort of pajamas I had to wear, you know, what size I needed. And then I went on from there. But Carrie's lucky in this sense that he's not going through this experience alone, or I should say, she's not going through this experience alone. She has people who are helping her out. And Annie in particular is giving her advice on things like how to go to the bathroom. Which you could imagine, probably, if Annie hadn't been there to help Carrie out, that could be a very traumatic situation of, you know, having to go to the bathroom for the first time as a girl. What you're going to find down there. What you're going to find down there is completely different than what he was used to finding, rather than what she has now found. Okay, maybe we'll just, whoops. Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I'll just hold this, that'll be better. So, actually, I can show you what it looks like out here. See, this is what I'm seeing right now. Yay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Let me see. But it is kind of interesting what Carrie has to go through. I'm moving over here. I'm actually going to put this up against glass. So we'll see how this works now. Bear with me. Oops. Isn't this fun? I'm actually putting this on glass now, so let's hope I don't break the glass. There we go. Now that should stick. There we go. There's going to be a scene coming up in the next chapter. And I happen to know that it is probably going to be the most embarrassing thing I've ever written about the kids. Sorry. It's probably going to be the most embarrassing thing I've ever written about the kids. And it's going to be a tough scene to write. But in actuality, there's a lot of this that is tough to write. Because I'm trying to get across the sense that Carrie does feel as if right now she's in a situation over which she has no control, and she really doesn't. That's the thing that's most important about what's happening to her right now, is that she has no control whatsoever about all the events that are occurring to her. You know, this was an involuntary transformation for her. It would be almost as if, you know, a witch came along and just boom, zapped her into another shape, and she couldn't get out of it. And that's what's happening to her right now. You know, she doesn't know how long she's going to stay this way. They could wake up in the morning and after breakfast, Carrie could transform back into himself. Then again, Carrie might not be able to do that until after dinner. So there's going to be kind of this waiting game going on of how things are progressing and what exactly she's going to feel as events unfurl. I know Rennie told me that some of the stuff has actually been kind of embarrassing for her. To imagine someone who's lived as a boy, a cis boy, for 13 years, and then suddenly has to go through all these things that she's going through. And she said it is kind of an embarrassment to read these things and go, oh my God, poor Carrie. But Carrie's going to learn from this, and it's something that's going to change his life and her life completely. I mean, this is not something she's ever going to be able to walk away from. It's always going to be a part of her now. It's like Annie with her flight. She's always going to be able to fly. It's just a choice of whether or not she actually wants to do it. So we'll see. That's going to be the question. Will Carrie, as she's going to be told later on, learn to embrace her inner girl? She can. Will she? It's possible. There's a lot of things that are going to happen, and there's a lot of things even in this next scene that's coming up that, thank you, you want to turn off your car alarm? There's a few things that are going to come up in this next scene that both Annie and Carrie are going to bring up about things that they want to see happen. And it only makes sense because Carrie's now in control of her life. Before, she's had to keep things secret. Now it's up to her whether she wants to bring any of that out into the open. And of course, the biggest concern she's going to have later on, as time progresses, is whether or not she lets her parents know. Right now, we know her parents can't even handle her being a witch. So, how are they going to handle finding out that their son is also a girl? Oh, boy. It's just going to be so much fun. After this, I got to kind of sketch my way through what's going to come next. Because really, Act 2, there is a lot of Act 2 that has nothing to do with their schooling. First we have this whole situation with Carrie being a girl. Then there'll come up Yule. Then Annie's going to go off and do some Guardian stuff while Carrie goes on Polar Express. And then there's going to be an event that's going to happen near the end of Act 2, which you've actually seen bits and pieces of it in the trailer I put together, where, it looks as if they're out in the woods somewhere getting involved in a fight. So there's a great deal of Act 2 that has very little to do with school. Even though they may be at school, you're not really seeing much in the way of them actually doing classwork. Because at this point we know what classwork is like. Again, the novel is not about how to become a witch. The novel is what's it like growing up as a witch with all this crap being thrown at you and having a girlfriend/boyfriend at the same time. It's all crazy. One of the things that is going to pop up, and it's a scene that I've been working on, is we're going to get to see a divination lesson. And of course, who are the two students in Deanna's divination class who don't seem to have a problem having visions if they're prepped for it correctly? That'll be a good question. But there will be actually 2 visions that I know of that you're going to see happen. There's possibly a 3rd. I'm working on that one as well. And the reality there is also that Deanna's kind of hesitant about trying to transfer students into Visions, simply because she knows Annie and Carrie are really susceptible to having visions once they go into a trance-like state. They're not true seers, but once they get into a situation where they can see, where whatever sight they have is activated, it's pretty good. So this could be happening in front of other students. We'll see how that works. We'll see how it all tricks out. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm kind of running on empty here today. It's just been such a busy day. Running around, doing things, helping out. I have no video, but I have wanted to write about my experience of going down to York the other night and doing practice, but I haven't gotten around to doing that. So there's a number of things I want to do. Wonder what time it is. I think it's 1:30. Yeah, I think it's 1:30 because that was the half-hour bell. So this is what happens when you record outside. So I'm keeping busy. And this week, I was out, 4 nights out of the week. Like I've said before, it has started to cut into my writing production, although it took me 6 days to write this latest scene. And I did that in 6 consecutive days. And I actually wrote over 3,200 words. So I can't really complain too much that my production is down. It's just that see what happens when you live in the city? Especially when you live right across the street from a hospital. They're rushing somebody in here. I can't say that my production is down. I wrote 3,200 words in 6 days. All of that was done before I had to go to derby practice. Except in a couple of weeks here, I'm going to get back to doing recapping again. And I'll be doing that for a few weeks. Probably 2 months, actually. I also have an event coming up where I'm going to be gone for 1 weekend from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I may not actually blog. I might have to actually blog early and just have stuff come out as it comes out. I'll have to see if how I'm going to set that up. Maybe I'll do videos or something like that, but it seems likely that I will not be able to post while I'm on the road. I'll just have too much shit. I will just have too much shit going on. Damn it. The window is dirty. I was wondering if that thing was going to collapse or not. The window is dirty. I should have wiped it off and cleaned it. So, that's 3 drops. I don't think you want to see another one. So what I'm going to do is, as I was saying, I don't know that I'll be able to post from the road. I may be able to, I may not. I will probably set up some posts to come out automatically, simply because I don't want to break my track record of not getting things posted. So we're coming up on 20 minutes here. You've had 3 drops. You're gonna get sick from watching the camera go woo. So yeah, look at that. So from beautiful downtown Harrisburg, where the rain has actually subsided. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I could film a video from the Capitol or something. You know, now that I know I can do this with a GoPro, it's kind of a nice thing to be able to go out and I'm not tied down anymore. Look at you. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But actually I like doing it outside. A lot of people don't like it because of the sound. But it's fun. So, from beautiful downtown Harrisburg, I bid you a good afternoon, and I hope the day is going great for you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.